This episode of Off the Vine is brought to you by Heineken 00, 100% taste, 0.0% alcohol, only 69 calories. Now you can. Follow the link in the show description to buy now. Off the Vine. Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Vine. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe. Maria Menounos has been through a lot in her life. Pancreatic cancer, brain tumor. It's actually shocking what she says. Enjoy this conversation. You're on the TV screens at my gas station.
Hey now. I'm just there to stalk everyone at the gas pump.
You are we all see you on our TV screens, from working the red carpets to reporting on entertainment news to the movie theater screens before a movie. You've done pageants, am I right?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Pageants, WWE?
Yep.
What? I didn't know you did that. What did you do in
fun.
WWE? Reporting?
I wrestled.
What?
You didn't see? I literally wrestled. Yeah, I wrestled at WrestleMania.
When?
Oh gosh, I'm terrible with dates. This was maybe 10 years ago.
That's a bucket list for me.
Yeah, it was huge. So
I'm Who did you wrestle? The Bella Twins?
I did wrestle the Bellas. Well, one of them. I wrestled Brie in one match. Forgive me, audience. My voice is going today.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I wrestled at WrestleMania with Barbie Blank, who's Kelly, and Eve Torres and Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, and a tag team match.
That is so cool. I was like, oh, you must have done some reporting for them. I didn't know you actually wrestled. That's amazing.
Yeah. It was sick.
I used to be so insecure and jealous of Kelly because somehow my ex-boyfriend from my 20s ended up at a party with her, and he was a rookie at his hockey party, and they ended up making out, and somebody had told me about it. This was before we were together, and so I'd always, like, in your 20s when you're just so insecure and, like, weird, and I used to be like, Kelly, blah, 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 and then I met her one day, like...
So nice.
Yeah, so nice.
She's the
and,
best,
I'm like, why am I holding on to something from my 20s? And I'm like, you're so lovely and so beautiful and so nice, and it's just so funny, but small world. And now you're in the wellness podcast space, which is so amazing, but I have questions about that. But initially, what drew you into journalism?
What drew me into journalism? Honestly, I think the first thing was my parents weren't going to let me act or do anything I wanted to in LA. And so I needed to find something quick that was respectable. But I also loved chasing fire trucks. I loved watching Joan London on Good Morning America. I loved news. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then when I'm old enough and like I'm, away from... I've cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Then I'll like sneakily get into some acting and do some of that and all the other things I wanted to do.
Which you did.
And basically that's what I did. I got to do a little bit of everything.
How come your parents didn't want you to get into acting? Did they just know like the dark side of Hollywood?
Have you seen what's been going on?
Yes.
Have you seen what continues to uncover and make me horrified?
Knew. Okay, yes.
Yeah, they knew. I thought all that time, I was like, guys, you raised me well.
Yeah.
I'm going to make good decisions. You don't have to worry. And they would be like, but it's them I'm worried about. I'm like, but I'm never going to put myself in that position. But now I realize, holy moly, it's even deeper than that. Like I look back and I'm like, I'm so lucky nothing ever happened.
I mean, did you watch that documentary, Quiet on Set?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. It's just so dark, but it was interesting because there was a woman who would not let her children get into acting because she kind of knew or had an idea, or her parents or something was in the industry.
Yeah.
And that something happened where like then she eventually let her kid get into something, and then it was awful what happened to this child. Yeah. And it's just so messed up to see what goes on. So I love that they protected you like that, but then you got to be at an age where you didn't have to put yourself in those positions. But what kind of acting have you? Like, you're going to London. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot a Christmas movie in London, which is exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
I love Christmas movies because they're really safe, sweet.
Yeah.
There are no casting couches in Christmas movies that I know of.
Yeah.
The first thing I think I did outside of a commercial in Boston was The Fantastic Four. I was the sexy nurse with Chris Evans.
Oh my gosh, fun.
And then I was in a bunch of other movies since, TV shows. I did One Tree Hill for a season.
I'm learning so much about you today. Like, do you prefer journalism or acting?
I really loved journalism.
Yeah.
Like when I worked at Nightly News specifically, because I felt like I was making a difference, bringing things to light and telling stories. Entertainment news was just fun.
Yeah.
I carried the same integrity across wherever I was, but it was, that was just fun. And now acting is fulfilling kind of that fun side of me that gets to just go play.
Yeah.
It's never been anything that I think I was going to do full time, although I'm building a film fund for holiday films. And so I guess it'll probably become a bit more in
Prevalent
my
your
life. Yeah.
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah.
How did you decide to do that?
Well, when we did the last holiday film, we found out how kind of lucrative the model was. And we've always been in filmmaking. I made my first film at 18, turning 19, and played film festivals and directed a short film. And so my husband and I kind of came together in movies.
Yeah.
And so it's a return to that for us.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of fun. Like we took these detours and now we're kind of coming back to it. So
And he's in acting too.
he's a filmmaker, director, writer,
okay.
producer.
I feel like two people in that industry can understand it, but I always said like I could never date an actor and actress because the chemistry. I'm like it's too believable. When you're good, it's too like I
The
can't.
chemistry on set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like making out with
we
people.
were just talking about this yesterday.
What? Tell me, that must be kind of fun though.
I mean, no, I don't like it.
But
I don't like it, but I was telling Alyssa yesterday, I'm like, you have to have chemistry for it to work.
Have to, yeah.
That's why they do chemistry tests. And so I've had chemistry with people I'm so not attracted to.
Right.
Would never in a million years like think I could have chemistry with, and I have chemistry with them.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like you feel stuff and you're like, this is weird.
Right. Because
And-
your body's doing its bodying.
Yeah, and then I go home, I tell my husband, I'm like, honey, this is so weird.
And what is he just like
he's
so
great,
numb
'cause
to
he
it
knows,
yeah,
like-
he gets it.
But I don't know, maybe because I'm not a full-time professional actress where I've grown up in this and whatever. I'm like, when I'm in it, like, it's weird because it's definitely like, okay, now we're going to kiss.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that can be mechanical, but the chemistry, the flirting and all of that, like sometimes you start to feel it and you're like, this is confusing.
That's what I was just going to say. The word that came to mind was confusing because, a music video that I had auditioned for, this is way before, this is like young me. I had to like flirt with this guy and he had to throw me against a wall and I had to like do this thing and I was like not attracted to him and then he did that and I was like, is there something here?
I know, but I don't know if people are being dishonest or maybe they're just better professionals. I don't know. But to me, I've seen stuff happen where you're just like, oh, I can see why people have on-set romances. I can see why this all happens. Also, you're trapped with this person for so long.
Yeah.
So
That's true. But I'm sure there's times on set too where you're like, I can't, like I was talking to Chriselle about it from Selling Sunset because she did Days of Our Lives or whatever soap operas she did for so long. And she's like, all these men are smokers and you'd have to make out with them after they
Ew.
had a cigarette.
throw up.
Yeah. And she's like, and you're trying to be all into it, but they have just like coffee and cigarette breath.
Gross. I could never do it.
Right?
No, I couldn't do it.
That to me was.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
a
I didn't
hard
even
no.
think about that.
I'd vomit in their mouth
Yeah,
probably.
so would I. I'd be like, ew, get out of here.
Yeah. I'm like mad at outdoor smokers. I walk
Same.
by outside and I'm like, what the? And I'm like, oh, I'm outside. Shit.
I know, but you're like, it's 2024. You know how bad this is for you.
I know.
Well, have you always been like very much into health and wellness?
I would say not really. I think that you kind of find it out of necessity most of the time.
Yeah.
We grew up in a healthy house because my dad was type 1 diabetic and we all ate very clean as a result. And then I went to college and had a party. So I was like, ooh, cafeteria, endless food, whatever I want.
Yeah.
Put on the 40 pounds.
Yep.
But yeah, it was all about work. We're not trained to take care of our health. We're not thinking. No one says, when we grow up, it's like, get good grades, succeed. What do you want to be? Go to college, succeed, achieve. That's the
Yes.
only thing you hear. Get a huge job, make a lot of money. And then maybe it's get married, have kids.
Right.
Health
I know.
is never in the equation.
So now how are you incorporating that into having a daughter?
I'm teaching her what I teach everybody on my show, Heal Squad, to be the
Yes.
CEO of her health.
Yeah.
And so I have pictures of her on the yoga mat with me. We're stretching in the morning.
That's so cute.
We get the sunrise, which is the most important sun of the day.
Why?
Because it has that red light. It's, first of all, you're setting your circadian clock by getting your sunrise and your sunsets. But that sunrise sun on as much of your body as possible, it creates almost like a sunscreen on your body that protects you throughout the rest of the day. And so I've been doing it for 2 years. The benefits are insane. I wake up before sunrise. So, if you look on your weather
That's
app,
middle of the night.
it's very early.
Oh, I'm just not okay.
But you know what? My life has changed since I've done it because I get so much more done.
Okay.
At first, it sucks balls.
Yeah.
It sucks. I hated it.
Okay, that's real.
And then eventually it gets easier and easier, like anything. You do
Yeah.
it long enough, it becomes a habit. So I wake up And the first thing I do is I take the dogs out. And I'm out there, if the weather app says sunrise is at 5:59, I'm at least out there 1 minute before.
Okay.
And, it's good for you to see that change, that shift in the sky.
Yeah.
And that light change. And then I feed the dogs, and then I sit outside. And, technically you're supposed to be out there as naked as possible. I have a see-through bikini, but like today was shitty out. It was cloudy, and we have like June gloom here. So even I, who's so into this, have to say, I'm not motivated to go out there like that.
Right.
So I have like my sweats and my tank and my sports bra. And so little by little, I'm stripping things off.
Yeah.
And then I grab Athena when she wakes up. I bring her outside. I feed her outside in the sun or whatever sun is coming through the clouds. We get as much of that light as possible. And then we go inside. And then I take my supplements and I eat my breakfast, because you're supposed to eat breakfast within 1 hour of sunrise. For your circadian clock to be in balance, you do not have coffee before you eat your food. I know.
Yeah. Shit.
Alyssa, I didn't judge you. You've been here a couple days drinking your coffee. I didn't judge you. I was being good. My best friend. Yeah. Because I know she's like, wait, why didn't you say something?
This is going to be a really dumb question.
Nothing's dumb.
Okay, silly question to you, but genuine question from me. The hell is a circadian?
I mean, listen, I don't know the proper definition, but your circadian clock basically tells your body what time it is throughout the day and what processes need to happen. So if you're inside, like all of us are in studios all day, no wonder we're all getting sick and getting diseased, because our body thinks it's noon because of these lights at all times. And so people getting, whatever, I don't want to get too deep because then I'm going to get killed, but people with different ailments are missing melanin in certain parts of their brain. We have UV receptors in our retinas for a reason. We're supposed to take in that sunlight. Not only does it tell your body what time it is, but it actually goes in and does all those things that photosynthesis does to plants. That's why plants grow, because of the sun.
Yep.
You need your body to know what time it authentically is. So when I go and I travel, the way I get on the clock is I constantly am going outside and I'm getting that light in my body, in my eyes, and it's saying, okay, Maria, it's 1 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, somewhere around 3 o'clock, your body needs the cue to start producing melatonin, because sunrise is a few hours away. I mean, sunset. So now your body knows, oh, it's time to go to bed. The reason why we're having such poor sleep is because we're inside in the nature we've created this environment, artificial, not just, it's blue light. Again, telling our bodies it's noon all day. And so the blue light destroys everything. It destroys everything. It is such a killer. But at the very least,
pulls out my blue light glasses.
Yeah, that's why I have mine on.
I'm surprised that I'm just learning all of this right now as a 38-year-old woman, but
I didn't learn it until then either.
I'm a little worried about myself, if I'm being completely honest.
Mm-hmm. I'm a fake doctor, tell me.
Yeah, prescribe me something.
Yeah.
I go to bed late. I wake up whenever I want. I drink a lot of wine. I don't really like water. I have a sauna, so I feel like I'm being really healthy. Like I need to get in some sort of, and maybe knowledge is power, where I need to learn more and listen to more podcasts. And
you need to get in the Heal Squad.
Yeah, I need to, yes.
Because here's the thing, just listening and being a part of it, you're going to learn things that are going to connect.
Yeah.
And then you're going to implement, connect and implement little by little, not overwhelming. Little by little, you'll start to put things into place. You'll start to learn stuff that you never knew, because that's what I'm doing every single day. And you're clearly not surrounded. You actually are. Sorry.
Really?
Most people clearly aren't surrounded by people who are on that path.
Yeah.
So unless you're hanging out with people who are on that path, you're not going to do that. You're going to do whatever they are. That's why they say you are the sum of the 10 people you hang out with. And so it usually takes a crisis for you to start paying attention. But you're at the perfect age to really need to start paying attention, because if you haven't been hit with an autoimmune condition yet, it's probably coming. Not to scare you, but 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men get cancer now.
Oh, that just made my heart drop in
I
my
might have
butthole.
flipped it. It's either one, but it doesn't matter. It's 50% almost for either, right? So what you have to start doing, and everyone listening has to start doing, is not be afraid, is just start being preventative.
Yeah.
Start making incremental, better choices so that you can prevent what could come. Because with everything we've exposed our bodies to, whether it's blue light, vaccine stuff, that whatever, I mean, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
We almost have to pitch a perfect game. So at least we have to start making a better game. Do you go to the doctor?
Always.
What do you go? You get your annual physical and all the other
I do my
stuff.
annual physical. I do the
Gyno.
yes, what's mammograms. I get blood work done a lot to see what my panels are at.
Okay, and everything's been good.
Great.
Well, you're living a happy life, so then
But I'm not.
everything's rolling.
So you're saying now set yourself up for success.
So the fact that you're doing so well means you're so when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, thank you, COVID vaccines.
No.
Anyway, I got pancreas cancer after that too, and I got a couple other precancerous conditions. Thank you. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
sorry.
I was a vibrant, healthy person. What the hell? But anyway, someone said that when you get diabetes, you've lost the sweetness for life. And I was like, oh my God, I kind of have. I was in such a just such a busy mode. You know, if you're going to bed when you want, waking up when you want, having your wine, you're clearly living life. You're living like you're living in Europe. I love it. Can we have some more water? Especially if you're in the sauna sweating out, you need to make sure you're hydrated.
So bad at hydrating. I've tried to get better, but I don't like water. It makes me gag.
My dad hates water too.
Really?
I don't get it.
I wish I was the other way. Like I really do force
But you
myself
don't need to
drink
drink a lot of water like everyone talks about. You just need to make sure you're getting in the morning. Your first thing should be water.
How do you feel about electrolytes?
They're great. Elements.
That's
I
what
use those.
Are you a Zen calm person?
I'm better than I ever was.
Okay, because you're taking all the right steps for your mental well-being, your physical well-being. You're starting to do your research. You've got this podcast. You get to have doctors on and kind of fill yourself with knowledge on how to live a healthier life. And you really do notice the benefits. How long have you and your husband been together?
I'm 45, turning 46. I met him when I was turning 19. Is that just equal a really long time?
Love it.
Wait, that's so sweet. And what made you did you always want to have a baby?
I think early in life, I thought I was going to get married, have kids. And then that went away fast because that was just kind of what I've seen.
Yeah, of course. We're conditioned to think that's what is next.
And then I met Kevin and my career took off and we were so busy. And then we were like, okay, we're going to be Kurt and Goldie. We're never getting married.
Yeah.
We're married in our hearts. But then my mom got sick and then I ended up getting married and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And we were trying for almost 10 years to have a baby. Wasn't working, did the IVF. And then finally we had Athena.
Wow. Oh, she's a little angel.
She is.
Wow. And has it just changed your whole world? The sun is shining, the waves are calling, it's time for fun in the sun, but is your hair ready for the heat? Sun, salt, SPF, all of this can impact your hair health, so start Nutrafol now to keep your strands feeling strong this summer. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Everyone's root causes of hair thinning are so different, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth really doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum, menopause, as well as for different lifestyles such as plant-based diets. With Nutrafol, building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required, free shipping, and automated deliveries ensure you'll never miss a day. You see results in 3 to 6 months. So get results that you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code VINE. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. Off the Vine is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. And most of you listening right now, you know what you're doing, multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to me ramble on, you're probably also driving or cleaning, exercising, maybe grocery shopping, but if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else that you can be doing right now, getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's super easy and you can save money by doing it right from your phone. Now, drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Now, that's discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner,
homeowner, and more. So just like Off the Vine, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you are protected no matter what. Multitask right now and quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
What was that like learning that you had stage 2 pancreatic cancer?
I was terrified.
That must be, it's one of those moments I feel like you absolutely black out, and then what mode did you go into? I know people like flight or freeze or whatever your process is. What did you do?
I was in pain. Oh, I went to Pronuvo.
Yes.
And they found it, but he hadn't even found it. So he was so focused on the brain tumor, because when I got out of the scan, I said, hey, I just want to give you a heads up. I don't want you to freak out and think you have to give me brain tumor news. I have a brain tumor in there. There's still left from surgery that he couldn't get. And so he's going down the scan. He's talking about the brain tumor or whatever, give me all this information. And as he's going down the body, have you done this yet?
No, and I've actually, I'm talking to them right now about doing it next time I'm in New York.
Okay. They have one here.
I didn't have time.
Oh,
I should.
You don't live here?
No.
Oh,
I live
okay.
in Nashville, and they don't have one there.
You live in Nashville?
Mm-hmm.
I love Nashville.
I do too.
Okay, so they're going through your head, down, 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 down. We're getting there. And I go, oh, am I going to get off free? Oh my God, this is amazing. And they goes, oh, what's that? So like the radiologist is going through the report with you, but he had already done the report and not seen it. And he's like, wait. And he's going through these images. And I'm like, what the And he's like, oh, yeah, this is a large mass on your pancreas. Gosh. And he's like, and the mass persists in every shot, which means it's a full-on mass. You need to go to the hospital right away.
That is
alarming. And I think my eyes kind of watered a little. And he was white as a ghost. And he was like really, really nervous. And my first thing was I texted my doctor and I said, I need to get in right away. And then after that, I started comforting him. I'm like, listen, weird shit's happened to me. I'm good. I'll be good. Don't worry. I'm like, thank you. You know, so I was comforting him because he was like freaked out. And then we got in the car and it's just like Tyson just knocked you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we got in the car and my husband's driving and we're just WTF like the whole way. We're like, how?
Right.
You get that one. I got an MRI at UCLA. They confirmed it. And it was me, my doctor, and Kevin in an empty office in the middle of the night, just all bawling in the hallway. Aww. And because my doctor, I met him and we discovered the brain tumor. And so now he's gone through that with me. He's gone through my mom's cancer. This one's like about to cry over here. So my best friend's in the room. We both broke the news that we had cancer to each other at the same time. Neither of us knew we had cancer. And we got on the phone. She's like, can we talk tonight? I'm like, yeah.
You too?
And she's like, can we talk? And I go, yeah, I have something I need to share too. And she calls up. She's like, so I have breast cancer. And so I let her like say everything. We've been best friends since we were 13. And so she gives me her news. And then I wait. And then I go, well, not to trump you, but I got pancreas cancer and I might not be around much longer. And the two of us were like,
oh my God, that is.
Yeah, it was a crazy call.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So
and are you now a breast cancer survivor? What are you in it? Wow.
Look, her hair all grown back.
Yay. Wow.
Yeah, she's doing great, thank God.
You guys, and like, I always hate that life has to knock you down so hard to like bring people closer together, to make you live life with a different perspective. But like now, are you on this health journey too?
She is.
Trying.
She drinks coffee like me in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you changed your whole diet without me pushing anything. You changed so much.
Wow.
So yeah, so when they told me, then my doctor was pushing for a biopsy. And they were like, no, this is just inflammation or pancreatitis. And as I'm going in for the biopsy, the head doctor is like, this is just pancreatitis, but this guy keeps pushing me, my primary. And so we came out and he goes, oh yeah, this isn't great. And so I remember leaving there being like, what the I mean, we cried the first 2 days. I was in the fetal position. And I always tell the story of like, I remember looking at the mantle above my fireplace where I have all my church icons and I pray every night. And I was like, God, how could you finally bless me with a baby? We were 6 months pregnant at that point, I think.
You're kidding.
How could you finally bless me with a baby and I might not be here to meet her? Like, this is insane. And I kept saying, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And then finally, as I'm looking up, I'm like, wait, maybe this doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm jumping the gun on the result.
Yep.
Why am I thinking the worst when I have no idea what's going to happen? So there was a hypnotherapist that I've worked with who told me, choose wonder over worry. So I started implementing it and I was like, I wonder what it's going to be like when the doctor calls me with good news. And he did. I wonder what it's going to be like when I get through surgery and I get through it fast and easy and successfully and whatever. I wonder. And that kind of got me out of the depths of like terror.
Doomsday.
And then I just started living life as normal. So I went to this event at Anastasia's with Oprah. It was for her birthday and like 20 of like the top female celebrities. And I'm coaching everyone on health on the side. I'm like, they have no idea. I might be dead soon. Like,
Oh my
this is so
gosh.
crazy. But I didn't know. But I was like, okay, well, we're just going to deal with whatever we deal with.
Well, I feel like the brain is so powerful too, like just what it can get you through and what you can convince yourself and how, the body's just incredible in so many ways, but the brain too, to work with the body, to just talk yourself through it with a different perspective. That is so what was the recovery like for you? Like so you had to obviously go through surgery and everything. And
It was crazy. It was intense because I also had a huge fibroid. And so
of course you did.
they took the tail of my pancreas, my spleen, 17 lymph nodes, and a fibroid that was so large that I have a C-section scar and I didn't even have a baby.
You are like a little walking miracle. Wow.
So yeah.
That I don't even like, sometimes I'm not usually at a loss for words, but that like I am such an anxious person and I can't handle bad things. Like if that was happening to me, I wonder if it would change like how I approach life, or I don't know. I just picture myself not dealing with it well and going, I give up. I'm going to lay in bed. I'm going to be depressed and I'm never going to get through this.
Yeah. You think that, but then something kicks in.
I'm just so inspired by you as a human being, just everything you've been through.
Thank
and
you.
That you're taking charge of your, health and wellness, especially for you, but for your daughter too,
Yeah.
That is probably the most important thing that's ever happened to you in your whole life is Athena.
I'm raising her to know what her circadian clock is.
Yeah.
Know about the sun and the power of the sun and knowing about grounding and how you can do such simple things that are free and heal yourself. Because I've healed myself so much at this point.
No kidding. So what would be like your top 3 things that you would say to people for, starting to, because people get overwhelmed by big changes and changing their lifestyle and people are very set in their ways. But what are 3 easy things that people can do that you're like, this will change your life?
So I'll go back to what my naturopath taught me 2 years ago when I started on this journey, on this like last leg of this journey. Never miss a sunrise. Always get that sunrise sun and get as much sun throughout your day. If you want to do the homework and do it without sunscreen, that's what I'm doing.
Wait, what? You're not doing sunscreen?
I haven't in 2 years. And my skin has never looked better. I have not one brown spot on my skin and they were covered. I was covered in brown spots. Do you know where the brown spots come from? Artificial light.
Oh, damn it. Turn them off. Turn them off. I actually have melasma so bad, but I've gotten stuff done for it. But wait, I'm cutting you off.
Do you want my tips? Do you want to go back to
Yep.
it? Okay. Never miss a sunrise.
Yep.
Get as much sun throughout your day as you can.
Okay.
Let your body and your eyes, without sunglasses, without contacts, get that sun in there so you know what time it is.
Okay.
So if you work in an office, keep going outside as if you were a smoker.
Yeah.
Take your smoke break. That's your sun break. Go out, get the light. Make sure your body knows what time it is. Eat before sunset.
Okay.
I know it's hard, but people are starting to get on the train finally.
Yeah.
And
I love a geriatric dinner.
Geriatric
Me
dinners
too.
are my
The
favorite.
early bird special? Yes.
So if you eat before sunset, your body, first of all, your body needs that because it needs time to digest before you go to bed. We're digesting in the middle of the night. Like our body's laying down. You can't digest like that.
Yeah.
So sunrise, sunset, eat before sunset, get as much sun throughout the day. If you're going to be indoors with artificial light, you need blue light glasses.
Okay.
And then if you're going to use blue light after sunset, you need 100% blue blocking glasses, which are red. You're going to look like Satan, but it's okay. You're going to be healthy. and then ground into nature. We're the only primates that have sweat glands in our hands and feet. So when you're at sunrise, put your hands and feet on the ground and stare into that sun. You get negative electrons into your body, and what illness is in your body is positive electrons. Those negative electrons go in and they neutralize. That's how you heal.
Holy shit.
So that's what I would do.
That's powerful.
You don't even need to change your diet. And please don't have coffee before food.
Okay, I'll really work on that one. It's literally the first thing that goes into my body. I will work on that.
Your endocrine system hates you, just so you know.
I wish I was more of a early morning person, but I really need to go back to the sunscreen conversation.
Okay.
So, because it's like the number one, like if you don't wear sunscreen, you get skin cancer. So how do you prevent skin cancer if you're in the sun all the time without sunscreen?
So it's really scary when you've been trained and taught a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I was. But I was so desperate to get better that I took a leap of faith with this doctor. Her name is Dr. Allison Monette. She's my naturopath. She's been on my show many times. She showed me so much research that actually says the contrary. We're actually getting sicker and sicker and sicker because we're staying away from the sun. We're putting all this toxic sunscreen on our bodies that's going inside. Our skin is our largest organ. When you want to change your sex, you wear patches with estrogen or depending on whatever.
Yeah.
That's how you change your sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? They put patches on you because it goes in.
Yeah.
Or like, don't they do nicotine patches to quit smoking? Your skin means something. So you can go do the research to feel better because I know it's scary.
Yeah.
But if you get the sunrise sun, your skin, you got to look at it like your solar panel for your body. If you get that sunrise sun and you build your solar callus over time, you should be able to go out in the sun without sunscreen and not burn. So my doctor and her husband are very pale. They build their solar calluses so intensely that when they go to El Salvador in the middle of winter, they bake all day and they only tan, never burn. But you have to do it right and you have to do your research and you have to do, I always say, you have to do what feels right for you.
Yeah.
Because if you're scared of something, then you shouldn't be doing it.
I'm scared of wrinkles.
I'm not at this point.
So what is
But you know what? If there's actually research that says that's a lie too.
What? What is? Botox? What's a lie?
No, there's research that Dr. Jack Cruz has on his blogs or whatever I read that says it actually does not age you. Go read it yourself.
What doesn't age you?
Sun.
Okay, so what is...
I thought after 2 years of doing this, I was going to look like an old hag.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I still do Botox. I've been doing Botox.
Okay, that
but,
makes me feel better because same.
But it doesn't matter. I would think that I would literally look
Right.
so bad. Now,
Yeah.
I am very, very tired right now, so I'm not at my best.
you look
but
amazing.
I feel like I've reversed aged
Wow.
being in the sun.
And I love being in the sun. I try to avoid it. Okay.
Dr. Cruz, as I've interviewed him, said that 70 to 80% of these diseases we're dealing with, not genetic stuff, but like the autoimmune stuff, whatever, all is because we've gone away from the light.
Yeah.
Everything traces back to light. Our bodies run on light and dark cycles. So at night,
Right.
I moon gaze and I night gaze so that my body knows it's night. Also resets your hormones.
Oh, and I need a good old reset for the hormones. I am whack. I'm all out of whack all the time.
Well, because your circadian clock is off, your hormones are off. But now we figured out you did have a glitch somewhere.
I'm like, my whole life is going to change after this podcast. Whoa.
Yeah. Like seriously, I tell people I'm not like out there trying to be the biggest podcast in the world.
Yeah.
I hate even like sounding like I'm advertising it. I literally tell people subscribe and listen to the show as your accountability partner on this journey to being better and living healthier and overall just making better choices.
Right.
That's it, because I'm curating really great people. I always say I might make a mistake here or there.
Sure.
I'm sure there's going to be somebody down the line we're going to find out, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think you can't live life without finding out something like that at some point. But I really work hard to bring in the best people that are going to open up our minds to new modalities, new ways of thinking, and who are doing all of the work that we don't have the time to do.
Yeah.
Okay, if someone would have told me that there are science-backed ingredients that could help me feel 15 years younger in a matter of months, I would not have believed it. And then I tried Qualia Senolytic. So as we age, everyone accumulates senescent
cells in their body, and senescent cells cause symptoms of aging such as aches and discomfort, slow workout recovery, sluggish mental and physical energy associated with that middle-aged feeling. And just like Botox, even if you are not middle-aged yet, it's all about prevention of feeling that way. So new research on aging and longevity, including a clinical study on Qualia senolytic, shows that senolytic supplementation can play a huge role in enhancing how we age. So since taking it, I can personally say that I do have more energy and way more productivity on my day-to-day tasks. So resist aging at the cellular level. Try Qualia senolytic. Go to qualialife.com/Vine for up to 50% off and use code VINE at checkout for an additional 15% off. For your convenience, Qualia senolytic is also available at select GNC locations near you. So that's QUALIA-life.com/Vine for an extra 15% off your purchase. And thanks to Qualia for sponsoring today's episode. Okay, Heineken 0.0. It's an alcohol-free option to the original Heineken that you love. It has 100% taste, but 0.0% alcohol. So that means it's perfect for all of the times where you'd like a beer, but you cannot have the alcohol. So sometimes if I have like a major photo shoot or a big podcast the next day and I want to feel my best and be completely present the next day, let's be real, sometimes drinking the night before doesn't help with that. But when I still want to join my friends for a drink, I'll choose to stick with Heineken 0.0 on those days because it's perfect for those times when you just want that taste of a cold, delicious beer, but you need to stay clear-headed and focused. It's brewed with the same high-quality ingredients that you'd expect from Heineken, but without alcohol. It's a win-win. Heineken 0.0, 100% taste, 0.0% alcohol, and only 69 calories. Now you can. Follow the link in the episode description to buy now. Must be 21 years or older to purchase. Please enjoy Heineken responsibly. What is your thoughts on like psychedelics and people doing like mushrooms for their wellness and ketamine? Is that something that you believe in?
I think people can do whatever they feel is right. And if you have a breakthrough, that's great. I'm terrified of drugs.
Yeah.
I literally have been asked so many times. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say no more.
Yeah.
I will never do it. I can't. It scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad. I think there are like returning soldiers and vets that have had incredible results with ketamine and all of this. It's amazing for people. It's not right for me.
Right.
That's why I always say you have to check in with your body and only you know what's right for you and what you can tolerate and what works for you. So you just have to make those decisions. It's not one size fits all.
Like the foods we eat, I'm starting to get concerned because, first of all, Nashville doesn't have like as fresh produce as California and certain things. Like it's getting sprayed with so many things and pesticides and whatever. And I just feel like there's nothing now that we can do that. I feel like I'm just doomed and damned if I do and damned if I don't in the food world now too with trying to be healthy.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, look, like all of our fish is farm raised now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so hard to find wild caught salmon. It is getting harder and harder, but I think that we do the best that we can with what we have.
Yeah.
And we make the best choices that we can.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, so now I've done this over time. So like the skin thing and the makeup thing seems so daunting to me and so overwhelming. Whenever I heard someone, they're like, oh my God, I'm all clean. I'm like, how?
Right.
It's so friggin' hard. And then you have to test so many things.
Yeah.
And so just do it little by little, like everything else, baby steps. And then it's not overwhelming. Yeah. But Dr. Jack Cruz, who we had on our show, he said, if you did nothing but the sun, like you don't need to. He lost like 100 pounds just doing the sun.
What?
Wow. Yeah, because the sun regulates everything. It does everything in our bodies.
The Skinny Confidential is literally writing books called Stay the Out of the Sun and putting gloves on while she drives and like, yeah, crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time getting out of bed for a sunrise, but I really do want to try.
So you're going to have to start now going to bed a little earlier.
Yeah.
And a little earlier and a little earlier.
Yeah.
And then start doing sunrise.
Okay.
So if you can start moving because then you'll get more sleep.
Yeah.
And what you can start to do is make sure you get that night gazing in.
I love a night gaze.
Go throughout the day, get your sun unfiltered. I have a sunglass collection that will never see the light of day again. I never wear sunglasses. And so start getting sun in your retinas throughout the day. Keep telling your body what time it is. Push your nighttime schedule back a little. Keep moon gazing and night gazing so your body knows what time it is. And then like after 5 days of that, then start to do your sunrise.
Okay.
Because you will have gotten a little sleep under your belt. Don't go out for these couple of nights you're going to do it.
Okay.
Get your early dinner in.
Yep.
Do your I love that. Geriatric dinner.
Yes.
And then
Like a
start
couple
to do it.
aspirin
It'll
with
be a
your early
little
bird
easier.
special. Okay, I really am going to commit to trying this because I'm so curious, and I can't wait to listen to your podcast now because I'm so fascinated. So I got the 3 tips of things you should do. What are top 3 things that to avoid? Of course, blue light.
Blue light.
Okay, what else do you think?
Blue light, especially after sunset.
Okay.
So, and that means all light in your house. So I don't use lights in my house.
That's what I was just going to ask. What's your relationship with technology and devices?
I hate it. I hate it. We don't watch TV anymore. It's so funny. My husband and I started podcasting
Thank God he's on the same page
in
as
the
you.
very beginning of podcasting. It was just us and Adam Carolla. And so we started a network called AfterBuzz TV where we produced after shows for every single TV show. And all we did was watch TV. We would hole up in our screening room an entire weekend. And I didn't really love it. I was going against my nature because I love being outside in nature. And my husband likes being in a screening room.
Yeah.
And little by little, because I stopped watching TV, he stopped watching TV. We just watched this documentary film, whatever, called Baby Reindeer this weekend.
Oh,
Did you see it?
I've been talking about it all week.
Oh my God, I didn't. The last 20 minutes I missed because I had to go feed Athena. But that was the first thing we've watched in a really long time.
Yeah.
We might get a little 90 Day Fiance and we were obsessed.
Fair.
But we don't watch TV anymore and definitely not at night. And my phone has, I've changed my settings so it's red.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Only anybody else can tell because I'm so used to it now. I use my blue light glasses.
What do you
And
do?
at night, she sees, in my kitchen, I have one little, because especially if a light is over your head, it suggests that that's the sun. So I just have a little light in my kitchen so we can see and not, smash into each other. I really am
But
crazy
what do you do?
about it.
So you just lay there and try and fall asleep?
At night?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no trying. I'm going to bed because I wake up at sunrise. I'm exhausted.
And you probably do fall asleep quicker because you're not distracted. You're not the blue lights.
What time do you go to bed?
Yeah, what time do you go to bed?
So I've been off schedule lately because we've been dealing with so much. But normally I feed Athena, I bathe her, put her down by 8, and then I'm in bed. By 8:15, I'm lights out.
I want to be you. I do.
Minus a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, but you're so you're obviously strong. You can get through anything. You care about your health. You now have this bigger purpose in life. Your daughter, you're learning the hard way through some things, sure, but you're motivated and you're strong and you know the power of your mind and
Thanks.
fun.
Yeah, I love learning, thank God. And I'm super curious and I love getting better and I love sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that all of this had to happen so that I could get through it. I always, even when I was going through toxic work environments and stuff, I'm like, I'm going to figure a way out of this. I'm going to help other people figure it out.
My gosh. Okay, so your website, your podcast, is there anything else that people should know?
No, I think come join us on the healing journey.
I'm there.
Heal Squad. We're on everywhere, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
I'm excited.
Yeah. For people who are on specific health journeys, like if you're listening, you have an autoimmune condition or you have cancer or you have a friend who has cancer or whatever it is, what we did with healsquad.com is we created these healing journeys. So they're in categories, so you can easily find the episodes that are correlated to whatever it is you need right now. So, and we're just creating one, I don't know when it's going to be done, for just this naturopathic, foundational stuff.
Yep.
So it'll be all of Dr. Monette's episodes and all of Dr. Cruz's episodes.
That's so smart.
So if you want the shortcut to skin cancer and why it happens and all of that and sunrises, sunsets, all of that, you'll be able to get it in there easily.
Do you not like AirPods?
Never, ever wear them again. When I say everyone here really needs to think twice.
My girlfriend her dad had glioblastoma and died, and
My mom.
your mom did? She had glioblastoma?
Yeah, we both found out we had brain tumors within a few months of each other. Mine was benign, hers was cancerous. Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh,
So-
I'm so sorry.
So your friend
Yes.
needs to not use them.
No, she doesn't. She refuses.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even like being on her phone anymore.
Like speaker. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. No. And you can use the little headphones, but anything wireless, you're microwaving your brain. It's just going.
I've never thought of it like that, but yeah, that makes
And
sense.
if you're wearing hoops, oh my God, it's intense. The gold hoops, yes. I steal them from my friends and I throw them in the trash. If they have them in their ears, I rip them out. No, the AirPods. But hoops, if you're on your phone with your hoops,
it's
Dr.
like-
Cruz talked
I'm a
about
speaker talker, but I do wear headphones for my laptop.
yeah, he talked about how bad it is to wear. It's like a semiconductor or something. I don't know. It's super bad.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay, I'm changing my whole life. Thank you
Yeah.
so much
You're
for changing my
welcome.
whole life.
Let's
No,
do it
it's so
again.
important to like learn this stuff too
Yeah.
because I bet one day you're gonna go, I told you.
No, I don't want to ever do that. I want you to
Well,
find your way to
yes.
everything and everything be healthy and happy. And what we did today is going to prevent so much.
I am definitely empowered. Thank you. And I can't wait to listen to your podcast.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like that's
So why don't we do this?
not through AirPods.
Why don't we have you guys go on the journey?
Yes.
And then you'll talk about the changes you've made on my show.
Sold.
Perfect.
And that actually motivates me to do it because I'm like,
Yeah.
anything I put my mind to, I will do it to the best of my ability.
I love it. I'm the
So,
same way.
Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay, everybody, hold us accountable. You guys try it at home too.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But
You guys
still-
go on the journey and then you come tell me the results.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. I'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.